Shalom Yasharala Ko Haloyim Wahawadla Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Wahara Ko Kwadash Brakata Yahweh Brakata Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostle and elders who told me this truth. Shalom to the Aki. I'm pushing the truth and sincerity around the four corners. Shalom to the Akwadyam who listening and learning. It's your Aki Yalabana with another video load with an edifying, and it's a response to this video right here with this Captain Joel from the IUIC breaking down the Motb totally wrong. You know what I'm saying? And he get that from his teachers. And he it's gonna be a short video, man. I'm gonna just go ahead and play this part right here, cause look, man, it's self-explanatory when you read Revelation 13 and 16, man. It's very, you got to go into the Greek. You go into the Greek, that word mark is charagma. You go into it, it's going to show you what it means, man. You heard me? But, people who say that that's not the chip, they just won't take it. They want to take that. They want to take the MOTB. They want to, man. People who say the MOTB that's in Revelation is not the RFID microchip. They just want to take it because they're a part of this world. They want to be a part of the world, and they know that MOTB is going to be the way to move around this place, man. Buying and selling, travel, paying your bills, buying food, selling everything, man, to buy a house, man, to start your car. All right, let me just play the video.
Hey, shalom. Most High Christ bless. Most High Christ bless you. How's everybody doing today?
Very well, very well, very well. Welcome back, welcome back.
Yes, sir. I praise to the Most High.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We thank God that you're back. Everything is going on well for you as well in the congregation. Thank you very much. Today's topic, Captain. Growing up, when they talk about 666, we'll be thinking like a new chip. So we are even thinking they are going to put a chip in the vaccine and all these things. This is 666 and all that. What is 666? What is it talking about? Is it talking about money? Is it talking about our ID cards? Is it talking about radio frequency, whatever that they are talking about? What is that? What is 666? We don't understand.
666. When it comes to 666 on the mark of the beast, it referenced one particular race of people or man on this earth. His name is Esau, Idumean, Edom.
How do you come to that, Captain? How do you come to that?
The sixth seal is the sixth seal, the sixth trumpet, and it's sixth vial. Meaning Esau's prediction, the destruction, when you go to the book of Revelations. If I could get this real quick, Isaiah chapter 29, because a lot of people come up with their own understanding or their own interpretation on the scriptures of what 666 is or what the mark of the beast is. And a lot of times, like I said, people reference the mark of the beast to make known as the microchip.
Yeah.
When the microchip's been within the community, not even the black community, we just started taking it on, but white people have been talking about that since the early 60s or 70s. I believe, it's 1980s, they came up with that doctrine that the microchip will be the mark of the beast. But notice how every single year it changes. The understanding of the mark of the beast changes. Now, this year, coincidentally, because that, there's a prohibition of buying and selling unless you have the vaccine card, meaning you have to be vaccinated. So people are saying that the mark of the beast is the vaccine. But prior to that, you had the flu vaccine.
Yo, I just wanted to pause it. You know how, hey, man, it's crazy how they get away with words, man. You know what I'm saying? They can get away with saying, what he just said, the V word. We can't even say that on our channels because they delete it. We can't say mark of the beast. They delete it. We got to say MOTB. We got to find ways around it because they delete our videos. The true prophets from the elders and apostles on down to us, man, they delete our videos. This dude just talk. This dude on, the one on the right hand side, he just freely saying all that, man. And I went on their page and it's still up. It ain't got deleted yet, man.
Mark of the beast wasn't the flu vaccine back then, but so for some reason, the mark is all of a sudden the COVID vaccine. It doesn't make sense. Things change. Like I said, people's doctrines change.
No, it haven't changed, man. It's still the MOTB. What's in Revelation, man. It's still this right here. That's what it still is. It's not no vaccine, none of that. It's the MOTB, man. The radio frequency identification. That's what it is. All right. Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, man. You see these chips that go in your hand, and you see the brain. They chipping people on the brain too. Telling paraplegic people you can walk again. Telling people if you don't think you're smart, you put a chip in your head, and you don't even have to study. We just download it in your brain. You don't see this technology, man? Come on, man. This is how you find out, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, putting the spirit on men to teach us the real way, man. Mark.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
Charagma. A stamp and imprinted mark. Right? The clips I'm gonna show them, pricking and sticking it in your hand, man. Now we're gonna go to, where is it?
Strong's G 5482. Charax. Charax.
It says a pail or stake. A pail or stake. Let's go back to it.
With the wind, with the direction of the wind. And the reason being is that they were not given the Spirit of God. The eyes were blinded. The understanding of the Bible hasn't been opened up unto them. We can read real quick Isaiah chapter 29.
He's the blind one because he don't know what he's talking about, man. So basically, he reading that scripture for himself. Let the blind lead the blind, man. And what he doing? People gonna see this video and they gonna be he gonna lead them to a ditch too, just like this dude right here. You know what I'm saying? If this dude sitting up there believing what he's saying, you know what I'm saying? He gonna let the blind follow the blind, like the scripture said. Salaki.
Verse 10.
It's the book of Isaiah 29, verse 10. For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes.
So you
Right, that goes for him right there. Because if you don't know if the radio frequency identification chip is the MOTB, you'll sleep, man. You'll sleep if you teaching that it's an agreement when you shake somebody's hand. You know what I'm saying? That's the MOTB, or an embargo, or a white woman, or a potato chip, trying to be funny, man, scoffing. But the Lord hear every single solitary second of every word you saying, man, when you scoff. You know what I'm saying?
have many of brothers and sisters that are caught up in a Christian church, where they went to the theologian schools to become pastors or priests. God poured out the spirit of deep sleep on them, meaning their spiritual eyes have been closed to the understanding of the Bible. They can't open it. And a lot of people try to go into the book of Revelations and open the seals up, meaning to open up the understanding and interpretation thereof to teach the people. When it talks about dragons, they think it's literal.
Yeah.
They don't see the symbolism behind it, or the metaphors, as well as the similes being spoke about within the scriptures. So the spirit of deep sleep was poured out upon these pastors. Why? Because they reject this truth. God gave them strong delusions that they may believe a lie. Go on.
And that's what you believe. You believe a lie, thinking that an agreement, shaking somebody's hand and agreeing with America's society, is the MOTB. No, the scriptures physically say in Revelation, it specifically says right here in 16, and he calls it all. He calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand on their foreheads. And when you keep reading, they show you the consequences of not of taking it and not taking it, man. You know?
prophets and your rulers, the seers, hath he covered.
The prophets going to your pastors, the rulers, your Christian church pastors, your leaders, your Creflo Dollars, your T.D. Jakes, your Juanita Bottoms, your Joe Osteens, your Benny Hines, your prophets and your rulers. You have your presidents, your governors, your mayors, all trying to get some type of understanding of what.
All right, we're going to go to this one right here.
You cannot remove it. It's stained.
That's a mark.
Yeah, it's stained forever.
And what is the mark? That's what it says. And to receive a mark in the right hand or in the forehead. I've dealt with the forehead. I'm going to deal with the right hand. In their forehead. What's in your forehead? Your
brain.
mind.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go through all the scriptures to explain it because, like I said,
Look up, whoever looking at this video, Shalom, go look up brain chipping. Go look up brain chipping. This dude here have no idea what he's talking about.
limited on time, but pretty much at the end. I want to explain it real quick. And to receive a mark in the right hand or in the forehead, having a conscious seared, having a conscious marked, their mind marked. And it says in the right hand. The right hand, what do you do with your right hand? You make agreements.
You agree, yeah.
You agree. You make covenants with your right hand.
Yeah.
You salute with your right hand. What do you salute? Because you're in support of America's military system. Now, when it says all, and he calls it all, but both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand. When it says that a mark in the right hand, get me 2 Maccabees chapter 4, verse 34 real quick. What does it mean by the right hand?
That is not the Motb, man. Making an agreement, shaking hands and making an oath, man. That is not the Motb, man. First, it was an embargo. Second, it was sleeping with a white woman. Then it's June. Ain't no microchip. Ain't no microchip, huh? Come on, man.
It's the book of 2 Maccabees 4, verse 4.
4
Onias.
verse 34. 4 verse 34.
It's the book of 2 Maccabees 4, verse 34. Wherefore, Menelaus, taking Andronicus apart. Now, 2 Maccabees 4, verse 4?
4 verse 34.
4:34. Wherefore, Menelaus, taking Andronicus apart, prayed him to get Onias into his hands, who being persuaded thereunto, and coming to Onias in deceit, gave him his right hand with oaths.
Gave his right hand with what?
With oaths.
You're in an agreement. You're in an agreement. You're in an agreement with America. Go on.
And though he was suspected by him, yet persuaded he him to come forth of the sanctuary, whom forth with he shut up without regard of justice.
So when it says he with his right hand made he an oath. Now go back to Revelation chapter 13. So it says, and a mark with his right hand, meaning you're in that death, you're in an agreement with death and hell. You're in agreement with what? And sealed in your conscience, meaning it's embedded within your psyche, within your mind. You accept it within your thoughts. You accept in verse, you in acceptance with America, when an established in America, you accept America's politics in verse 11. That's the mark. In verse 7, you're in an agreement with America's military system. That's why you pledge to America with your right hand. You accept the military system. That's why with Colin Kaepernick, he didn't stand and he didn't salute the American flag with his right hand. They say, oh, you don't agree with America's military system? How many people died in a war? How many people died to give your ancestors freedom? How many people died and fought the wars for you to live? Because Colin Kaepernick did a pledge and salute America with.
All right, I'm back. This the New Strong's Exhaustive Concordance of the Bible. Basically, the dictionary, the Hebrew and the Greek. That covers the King James Version Bible. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to go find in here Karagma and Karax, because the video that I'm gonna add this to, this dude, Captain Joel from the IUIC, talking about the Motb as an agreement and shaking hands and agreeing with America. No, man, the Motb, it is what it says it is, man. The radio frequency identification chip, all right? So we're gonna go to the back. We're gonna go to the back of the book because that's where the Hebrew and the Greek at. See, Hebrew and the Greek. We're trying to go to the Greek. Oh yeah, on the cage. So too far. All right, got the go down. No, CHA. Here you go. Okay, low winners are defined. All right. So when you read in the book of Revelation, when you read the book of Revelation 13, and you go to 16, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. When you look this up, when you look mark up, it's talking about this called charagma. All right. So it says, from the same as 5482, a scratch or itching, I think I'm saying that right, stamped as a badge of servitude. Right, and we know what servitude means, to be a slave or somebody that's powerful over you, man. Who in power right now? The so-called white man. What he doing? He trying to chip everybody. You know what I'm saying? In the clip I'm about to show you, you know, they chipping employees and all that. You know? So right now, this dude is he's trying to chip everybody, to keep tabs on you, to know your every move, your conversation, what you want to eat, what's on your brain, you know, everything, man. All right. So when you look at when you look at those radio frequency identification chips, when you look at them, it look like a stick, a pail. What they're doing is sticking that inside of your flesh. They pricking you. All right. They sticking that inside of you. It looks like a little stick, a little grain of rice. All right. And what they do is they stick it in your right hand, or in your brain, or in your head, you know. So here go, when you go to the blue letter, and you click mark, and then you click charagma, and then you click charagma, it goes to this charax. That's what it says. To sharpen, to a point, akin, to 1125, through the idea of scratching. A stake. See? A stake. All right? So, what is that stake? That little grant, the Motb. That's what it is.